Hello guys, Damien Jones here, again for you today, and today we're going to be taking a look at this little project which I've decided to take on. This is a 1980s flock hair vintage Tommy Gunn figure. Tommy Gunn was a like action man. They were originally made by Pedigree Toys from 1966 to 1968, and they were in direct competition with Palitoy's Action Man. Obviously Palitoy though had far more uniforms and more vehicles and things, and therefore were far more popular than Tommy Gunn, and it went by the wayside. Later on, however, this is how I remember them, in my childhood, Zodiac Toys relaunched Tommy Gunn, and well, that's what this kind is here today, because the original ones from the 60s had painted hair, and the 1980s ones had flocked hair, just like Action Man. Basically, you would probably get one of these throughout the year, and probably get an Action Man at Christmas or birthdays or something like that, as they were more expensive. Well, I've undressed this one anyway, which I picked up off eBay. It came with some clothing. The clothing is actually off a vintage 1960s Tommy Gunn, and how you can tell is that they have this printed stitching on the uniform to simulate pockets and things, and they don't have the Action Man tag on it. So that's how I know these here are from the 1960s. However, the figure is actually one which I had as a kid during the 80s, and the reason why I know that is because it was once a talker, and Zodiac Toys only ever did one talker, which was it was the Tommy Gunn talking SAS officer, and they brought this figure out to try and cash in on Palitoy's success with their SAS commander figure, which didn't talk. And I remember having this. I had this, and I had the Action Man talking commander, and well, it's rather nice to see it again, although it is in shocking condition. What I did is, after undressing it and realising it that the figure inside was an 80s figure, I was kind of hoping that the pulley cord, which you pull to make it talk, was inside. So I unscrewed it, and when I did, I discovered a plethora of botch job repairs, which I'm going to have to fix. Even ended up chipping it in the process because it had been just smothered in glue. Let's take it apart and have a look. The talking mechanism, I was disappointed to find out, was just completely empty. It's complete toast, and I can't restore that, unfortunately, because these figures are very, very rare. I think the last time one of these was actually listed as a talking SAS officer on eBay was about 3 years ago, so they don't come up too often. So this was a bit of a lucky find, but also a bit of a repair job. Just because I can't fix the talking mechanism doesn't mean that I can't put this figure back together and dress it in an SAS uniform and put it on display with the rest. And that's what I intend to do. The talking mechanism aside, which is, well, fucked really, the figure somebody had drilled inside and just had it attached with a bit of elastic and glued, believe it or not, to that peg. And also, another big problem inside was, you'll notice how these attach very differently than an Action Man's arms. These basically just, these little nodules just basically sit inside those little brackets there. Well, as you can see, the one on the other side is broken, and how probably somebody's dad had tried to fix that was, if this will focus, somebody's dad had tried to fix that by gluing a piece of elastic, wrapping it around the torquing mechanism and holding it in place. And of course this joint as well, if this will focus for me, the joint as well is completely seized up with glue, so I'm going to have to fix that. But I mean, a lot of people have just thrown this out, to be honest with you, but they are so rare, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to have a go. Obviously I'm not going to be able to get this one to talk again, as it's ruined and there's nothing left inside. You know, there's no mechanism record or whatever inside, so it can't be fixed, that. But I'm sure I'm going to get the figure back into some sort of condition, and next time you see my Tommy Gunn, he's going to be dressed as an SAS commander, as he's supposed to be, and it's all going to look marvellous. I've also got my eye on a 1960s Tommy Gunn. I think we can recycle this clothing. I think that's an American helmet, but never mind. We'll find out. We'll see what I can find. But for now, though, that's a 1980s talking, or formerly talking, Tommy Gunn figure. Hope you like him. You'll like him even better once I've fixed him up. For now, though, my name's Damien Jones. Cheers for watching, and I shall see you again in part 2 of this restoration. Bye for now.